ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਜਿਨੀ ਜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੇਅਰ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਡਾ ਲੌਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ। ਆਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Brenda, we have a lot to talk about today. So, number
Okay.
one, what is your reaction to the federal government listing the Bishnoi Group as a terrorist organization in Canada?
Well, I think it's important that that happens, and that happens immediately. So I'm glad it did happen. We did ask for that to happen sometime back in June, I believe. So for the federal government to move on this is important. Will it solve everything? Not at all. This is only a small piece of what has to be done.
So, Brenda, over the weekend, Swift Radio, a local media outlet broadcasting mainly in Punjabi, was a target of shooting. And right now, I can tell you, people in Surrey are very worried about their safety. So how do you think the city and the police, specifically the police, could be taking actions to make sure people of Surrey are safe, and especially when we come to talking about media?
Yeah, Ginny, this is, people are frightened. There is no question about that. I am concerned about this for my city. It is sleepless nights for sure for everyone. The police are doing what they can. I believe that. I talk regularly to Chief Lipinski. I talk to the RCMP, and I feel like they are doing what they can. There are a whole bunch of pieces here, though, that I think need to be reviewed. And I think one of them, and I've raised this so many times, and I'm going to raise it again, the RCMP, for example, arrested 2 people back in July. There still are not charges laid. There still are not charges laid on those people, and those were linked to extortion. They had arson and firearms arrests, and they still are not charged. That all comes squarely back to who is laying the charges in BC and in Quebec, but in BC, it's where we're concerned about. The Crown lays those charges, and the Crown has a higher threshold for laying charges, higher than other provinces. In Alberta, for example, the police would have laid those charges. So that concerns me a great deal. I think the need in Surrey to have a special prosecutor address this is so crucial right now. We need to see real action taken. Otherwise, these thugs and criminals are just at their own device. They are not being held accountable, and the police can't force the Crown to do that. Only the province can. So I asked in January, I believe it was, of 2023, that there be a special prosecutor for Surrey. I asked again in the spring of 2024, and we still get no as the answer, or some kind of excuse to that effect.
Brenda, we have close to 50 cases, extortion-linked cases right here in Surrey. And I've heard you loud and clear, and I've heard this before, as to who lays the charges. The question I have is, how many have been arrested by the Surrey police? I'm not talking about laying charges, just arrested. And because people are now saying, Surrey has its own unit focused on this. We have the provincial task force of 40 pulled together with people. We also have a combined force unit for BC that deals with gangs, and especially as it has now been linked and a gang has been declared a terrorist organization. Because of that, are all these 3 groups now integrated and working together?
Well, certainly the task force and the Surrey Police Service are working together because the Surrey Police Service is part of the provincial task force. They're very integrated in that. But, you know, the last time this happened, and if you think back, Jenny, quite some time ago, I think it was probably around 2016, 2017, the then minister came out. They gave $7 million to Surrey, $7 million, the federal government, to work with youth gangs. That did work. Surrey now covers that and funds that program. We are not seeing that kind of reach out by the federal or the provincial government. I mean, the attention to this from other levels of government just doesn't seem to be adequate. And from the policing perspective, they have to also deal with the Surrey Police Service has a board of directors. I haven't heard from any of those, the board of directors to come hard on this. We need to get the province and the feds to understand this is transnational crime. This is not something that is so localized. This is something that is transnational, and we need all governments really pitching in. And right now, I don't feel like they're pitching in nearly enough.
Well, Brenda, just to let you know that this radio station, our hosts will be talking about this issue from 8 o'clock on today, 8 to 10 a.m. We think it's a big focus for our community. There is a feeling in the community that they are being abandoned to a degree, with everybody pointing fingers at different levels of government, but they are not feeling protected, and the victims are feeling unsafe themselves. At first, the issue was the victims are not reporting. But when the victims report, where is the safety plan? And sitting right here in the studio where the shooting occurred on Monday night, if that bullet, if somebody had been sitting in the host's chair, that bullet is in direct line with the person hosting at the time. And for this kind of an attack to happen in Surrey on media is just absolutely scary. So I want to thank you for bringing your perspective on this. And we certainly hope that you will continue to push the government for more action and coordinated action that will bring results, not point fingers. Okay.
Madam Mayor, this is Lavi from Morning Show. So, can you please share the key highlights from Monday night's council meeting? Because we've heard that council voted to advance the King George Boulevard bus rapid transit project. So, can you provide an update on that?
Yes, absolutely. I can. I just want to do a quick add-on to what Ginny just said, though. I have to tell you that I join her in feeling that Surrey has been abandoned. I feel like it's been left to our own device, and I think that's a challenge with this, the extortion issue. So I would agree with her on that. Okay, so on the King George Boulevard BRT, that is being advanced, and we're pleased to be noting that there will be more service in Surrey and more very, very direct service down King George all the way through to down King George all the way through to about 17th Avenue in South Surrey.
Madam Mayor, has Surrey awarded the contract to build a third ice sheet at Cloverdale Recreation Center? If so, then what's the value of that contract?
Yeah, it's very exciting. We are doing a third sheet, and we have the two sheets that are operational right now, so very happy about that. And the third sheet the contract was let at Monday night's council meeting. The cost for that is around little over $33 million. So we're very excited, and it's important to know that actually 3 rinks are better than 2. And I only say that not only because of the usage, but also because that's how it works better in terms of maintenance, etc. So cost cost for 3 is the same as cost for 2 on an operational point of view.
So, Mayor, the Surrey's plan to build 432 rental units on land
Yeah.
owned by the city. Where are we at with that?
Well, there's a number of spaces where we are going to be building, and that contract also was let on Monday night, and so we're moving forward. There is a couple of sites that we're doing pretty major housing development. One is on 108th, and that's a very large project that SEDC is doing. And we're doing another one closer into the city center area around. I'm just going to give you the exact address. It's around 126 and 109. So that will be affordable rental strategy. That's affordable rental housing.
Mayor, thank you for those updates, but I'm going to take it back to where we started off earlier, because this topic is so live and it is turning people's lives in Surrey upside down. And even as we were speaking, you were speaking, I was getting messages from people to ask you specifically about what are the next steps for our mayor, because you are our mayor, Mayor of Surrey, and we look to you to press other levels of government for the additional resources we need, but also to ensure that our public is safe and our media outlets are safe.
Yeah, we are really working on every angle we can in Surrey. I am in regular contact with the Solicitor General in Victoria. I've been talking to her a number of times over the last number of weeks, and will continue to do that. I still think, though, we need to ensure that the tools for the police are there right now, and I'm frustrated as you are. I am so frustrated that the police cannot lay the charges in our community, and that causes us great grief. I am very frustrated that the province isn't allowing a special prosecutor. I think it makes no sense that people who have set the bar so high, which is the Crown, for charge approvals, are continuing to treat Surrey like it's any normal, ordinary situation. This is not ordinary. And I think it's high time that the province took a harder look at that. I cannot change the judicial system. I have to get them to do that. And so I will continue to push the Attorney General, even though they have said no to me now twice. I will continue to push on that. Certainly, I am talking daily to the chief about what is happening. He is keeping me apprised about what is happening from the policing perspective. And I know in talking to him how frustrated he is. The task force is working its way through this, and so that's led by the RCMP, and I will continue to talk to the RCMP about that. This is devastating. There is no question about it, and I definitely hear that from you, Ginny, and I can only imagine being a media person, that is a real direct threat when they're trying to shut down media.
Have you contacted the federal government for how they could be assisting the city? It seems
Yes,
like, I'll be honest with you, Brenda, when I talk to people in the community about the task force, they've had experiences of task forces before, and they see it as in Punjabi, we call it a mithi gori, but in English, it's a sweet pill that you're being given just to keep you quiet, that we're doing something. I'm not saying that is so. I'm just sharing with you what the perception is. So what steps are you taking with the federal government to press on them, their role in stopping this?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say that the Joint Forces operation is not, it's not just a reaction to try and calm us down. They are very aggressive, and they are really doing their work. I am confident in that, and I'm confident that the Surrey Police Service is doing everything in their power as well. Are they resourced enough? That's a big question. Surrey has added, it's unusual. It's never happened in our history that a city would give $250,000 for a reward to catch these perpetrators, but we're doing that. And I can tell you, Ginny, that has had some results. I know that. I
Mayor,
know
our
that we're,
city, yeah, our city
uh,
has 800 plus officers, just
mhm,
over on
yes,
paper. Vancouver has over 1,400, and yet
yes,
our geography is so much larger than Vancouver's.
yes. And our population is similar.
Yes.
Um, and, and I would add to that, Ginny, we have been adding police officers every year since I started. And you know who rejected that? The previous council didn't add one new police officer. That was identified in 2016, 2017. The previous council didn't address that, not once. The
Mayor,
opposition councillors the opposition councillors voted against hiring additional police officers.
Mayor, I do
But we
commend you
have.
because since 2011, I know when I was an MP, we were raising this over and over that we were understaffed and there was a shortage.
Mhm.
And you have taken some steps, but you know, and I know that we still have a long way to go. So, Mayor, we
Oh,
have 1 minute
yes,
left. What is your
yes.
message to the community?
My message is to the community that I am very concerned. I will do everything in our power as a municipal government to challenge what is happening in our city, to hold our police accountable, to hold our provincial government accountable, and to hold the federal government accountable. I will continue to communicate with them. I have met with the federal minister. I have met and talked regularly with the provincial minister, and we will continue to do that. And this has got to stop in our city.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.